Neck bone, neck bone.
Bone's connected to the other neck bone.
There's 774. Hi.
My father, who is just now getting used to being on the internet,
I'm turning you off.
finding Facebook memes, found the silly putty denotes the existence of the far more serious putty. Yes, serious putty is C4. And I'm like, oh my god, this is a joke from like 2006.
It's still funny now.
It is!
It doesn't help with the whole Facebook is for grandparents thing, though.
No, it does not. Greetings! Stay a while and listen as we start this with my father and his obsession with C4. If you've seen the movie Nobody, which...
With weapons.
Yes, weapons. Have you seen the movie Nobody with, he played Saul in Better Call Saul and, Breaking Bad. I'm blanking on his name.
Like, I can see his face.
Yeah.
But...
there is one scene where he takes a piece of heavy-duty plexiglass and puts a claymore on it.
Oh.
And has the string attached and just pulls the string and just... And I'm like, that is the... Like, he taunted it in an earlier scene. He's at dinner at a club that's owned by the bad guy who's... And he's like, no, we had a and he just...
Check out.
He's...
Claymore?
Kind of. He had it attached to a thing on his... And he's like, he's just sitting at dinner, and he pulls the napkin away, and everyone's like, oh, there's a claymore on the table. And he's like, you shoot me, we all go up. And I'm like, that whole movie is just that. Anyway.
I was going to say, it sounds like my kind of movie, and then I was just going to be like, it just sounds like my kind of... existence, really.
It is such a fascinating movie.
I'll have to check
like
it out.
it's not like John Wick, where it's over the top. Just 90-minute random podcast. I mean, I've actually kicked around that idea before.
And I still have the... Well, no, I brought the robot penis back over. But I have another recording microphone at home.
Yes. What movie was that, Mariah? It is Nobody. It is the movie Nobody. It's like John Wick, but the main protagonist is a little bit more realistic.
Oh, right. I think I've seen clips of it when you were watching it, actually.
Possibly. I've gone back and rewatched it several times because it's surprisingly good. It's surprisingly dark. So we're playing Shovel Knight because I had a joke. A single joke. Keep a little dirt under your pillow for the dirt man.
For the dirt man. You saw the stitch I sent you, right?
Yes, I did. Which is what got this in my head. It's like, we're going to take to his lair under the mountain. That's where he keeps his dirt.
That is where he keeps his dirt.
And like, Dirt Man. It just, I had to do this for this joke. I am not okay. Send help.
Dirt Man's just the thing we've been passing back and forth for like a week.
I told you that Amber woke up, so Amber works night shift. So she's typically asleep from like 10 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. She said the other day she woke up and started humming that, and before she realized, she's like, she knew what it was, but she was already humming it, and she's like, she messaged me, "I hate what you fucking done to me." Just quoting another, thing that we quote often, which is Ted Lasso. But yeah, yeah. I don't remember Yahtzee's review of this. I know I've seen it, but I could not quote anything from it, which means I'll have to go back and rewatch it because I love Yahtzee's zero punctuation. Like, it is just fantastic. That man's mind is almost, it's worse than mine. Like, it is just it is in a place. But yes, seriously, send help. My mind.
Soil your bed. Use a little dirt to fill it. Dirt bag.
That's where he keeps his dirt. And like the best part is all the things that have spawned from that. So like there's a guy who does like D&D related shorts, and he's like, I came up with the best thing. It's the Dirt Man, which is a level 20 Fae. And just starts going on. It's like, he can once per turn, you make a Constitution saving throw. If you fail, then he drags you into the ground. And if you fail 3 times, he drags you to his lair under the mountain, where he can take lair actions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love that lair actions are a thing in D&D.
Yeah, it's just magical.
See, right now, I'm under the mountain with my dirt.
It's magical except for when you're dealing with body horror. That is not a fun time to layer action.
No.
Rusty Quill Gaming. Woo.
Oh god damn! It just brought up an ad as I was looking to see what chat was saying. This is on my Xbox wish list, though I have this on 3 other systems, but my 3DS is dead. I love the Game Grumps Amiibo playthrough of this. Hello, Infinite. Yes, I will just go back. Dan playing this game is just it's joy. It's pure joy. Rowan, where are you going? Why don't you come sit? You're the void. The internet wants to see you.
Oh, I tricked you. I tricked you.
I mean, the playthrough of this was almost as good as their playthrough of Super Mario 3D World. Like, that was a level of just dick to each other that, it was impressive.
Some would consider it rude to show your butthole to the internet. Or,
other people make a good living doing that.
I was going to say, other people would tell you to ask for some cash.
I had a whole conversation with a friend about the, actual money making of things like OnlyFans. It's like, well, so many people don't make a ton of money off this. Well, because some people think all you need to do is show something naughty and, you rake in millions. No, it's entertainment. You have to be able to cultivate an audience. Like, it's why I don't think I'd be able to do OnlyFans,
This is why I keep threatening to do, OnlyFans, but it's just me reading creepypasta.
Well, so what I love now is with the new VP pick, who's basically, America's uncle. I'll teach you
He's
how
a
to...
better uncle than Uncle Joe.
It's like, I'll teach you how to replace your carburetor. Like, it reminds me of the fact that one of the most viewed channels on Pornhub for the longest time was a guy just teaching people dad skills. Like, this is, this is how you fix a leaky faucet. This is how, and like, there was no nudity, there's nothing. It was the most wholesome channel, and like all of the comments on the videos, like you could see memes of it everywhere. Just, this is the most wholesome content on the entire internet, and it's on Pornhub. And they're not wrong.
I'm sorry. Did I stop petting you? Is that
Also, yes, I am drinking Clearly Canadian. Which, if you want to sponsor me, I'd love a sponsor. Just send me drinks. I love this shit.
I would love for you to sponsor him so that I could steal a couple.
I love this shit. I thought the cherry was going to be my favorite, but I really think the strawberry is.
Yeah, the strawberry is awesome. Though I really do like the blackberry.
Hi, Rowan. Yes, thank you for the lovin's. Hi.
Maybe don't walk over the controller. Oh, that.
But I must step on my father's crotch.
I mean, so I.
I mean, so.
Well, I mean, so I ended up like unintentionally going through. Like, it was a box that I didn't know had photos in it. I was trying to figure out, like, because there were photos from like all over the place, and I was trying to figure out where this box came from. And in there is a picture of another Chris, a douchebag Chris.
There are many of us about.
Sitting on the chair at our apartment, and Bear, who you never got to meet, but who is the sweetest boy and really thought he was a lap dog, and he was like 60 pounds. Just jumped up on Chris's lap, all four paws, and all of them just crushed his balls. Because he was like all his weight in that one spot. All four paws went there. And so I have a photo of Chris just in agony. And I look at it occasionally and I remember what an abusive dick he is. And I laugh.
I mean, yeah, I can dig it. I love seeing some comeuppance.
That's the douchebag Chris that called me a money grubbing whore. That guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've come to determine that, Chris's are either really good people or really not. And, like, I feel like there's not as much in between as there should be. Like, are we just the same Chris, but, like, all of the evil mirror versions of us just also appear in this dimension? For, like, every good Chris, there's an evil Chris, and there's not, like, much of a spectrum in between. It's just...
Sorry, I think...
Can't hear?
Yep. Thanks, Rowan. Needed that extra protein. Hey, buddy. You're walking away.
Like, yep, I'm gonna just wander off. I let them stay down here. So normally I record a little or edit a video before the live streams. But today, since work was what it was, I just opted to sit and watch TV while I was eating dinner, which I also just kind of phoned in and ordered McDonald's. And so I let them sit down here with me while I was watching TV. So they've already got a fair amount of, socialization time. And now they're like, no, screw it. We don't need to do anything. It's like, We don't need to be social on the internet for father.
Nope.
Our appearance does not, equate to views. Which,
Yay.
kind of does, but...
A friend of mine is test running a new name right now. I love it. Her name is Cloud now. I'm about it.
The only problem is I have to ask them to have a very large blonde spike in their hair.
No. But it is named for Cloud. Or they are named for Cloud, rather. The hair might come later. I don't know. We'll see.
I do love... So the first time you do that and put out the little campfire, you get an achievement that's related to Smokey the Bear. It's like, only you can prevent forest fires. And I'm like... The people who made this game, Yacht Club Games, they are just fantastic.
I would go a little bit younger than a year, probably 9 months. Yeah, I think 9 to 12 months is probably where I would put that.
I don't... It's been so long. I mean, it also depends on the dog breed. Some of the larger breeds, you can wait a little longer. Smaller breeds, you want to do a little bit sooner. Like cats. Cats aren't supposed to be removed from their mother until 6 months.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. 6 weeks? I thought... And so, like... after that... I guess it's 2 months after that. So I was thinking 8 months, but I guess... But, because, like, we were going through that with Libet, with the kittens.
Yeah.
Like, you...
We got Loki fixed. I got Loki when he was 6 months old. And I think we got him neutered or between 7 and 8 months old. Somewhere in there. And Loki, high on whatever anesthetic they gave him, was adorable. He had no idea what to do with himself, so he's laying there in the back seat of the car with his tongue hanging out, just going, hey, hey. Like, okay. I was really worried for a second, and then, like, no, he was fine. He just, I guess he wanted to bark or something, and he couldn't make it happen.
I do love this lady's just hanging out. So it's like, you broke my wall.
I mean, I wonder how many times it has to happen to be that blasé about it, you know? So...
I mean, I'm blasé about many things.
Oh, somebody, I still don't have my sign up yet. I just got the sealant put on it, so I'll probably put it up tonight, actually. Somebody knocked on the door today, and I said no. Trying to sell a security system. I didn't even well, can I take your card and contact you later, which I never fucking do. Nope, I just said I'm not interested right now, thank you, and close the door.
Like, no.
Do you have a security system? No, and I'm not interested in getting one right now, thank you. I wanted to pretend that I wasn't there, but I really kind of couldn't because I had the sound bar on playing my...
Oh, I just outright ignore it. Nope. Orb of boundless potential. I love the Troople. It's a trout apple. Sure, I'll buy your thing. I do love Kroger. He doesn't sell anything.
I saw a t-shirt last night that had a frog, like, standing upright, taking a selfie in the mirror, like, but of its butt, wearing a blonde wig and everything. Just hello gorgeous. And I was like, I need that.
Alright, let's go give the troubadour all of the music I've collected, so he'll give me money. Because, you know, it's funny, Shovel Knight's, like, main thing in life is, I must rescue my beloved Shield Knight, or I have to amass this massive amount of wealth.
You know, either or. Bye!
How many? 4,500. Okay, I can't buy another meal ticket yet. Probably could have gotten one if I didn't buy my boundless orb.
Show you a boundless orb.
Ladies? That's
don't
what I
know.
call my one testicle.
Or one of my generally not supposed to be functioning ovaries, but I had, like, at 3 o'clock in the morning last night, I had a random period. But it was one of those 6-hour ones that I have now with the IUD, and it's just very confusing.
You know, it's one of those 24-hour curses.
At least the cramps aren't. I mean, dealing with those cramps for 6 hours is better than dealing with them for 6 days, but still, I'm glad that the cramps aren't.
Rowan, what are you doing?
Yes. The channel for Let's Playing and talking about periods.
I mean, it's not the weirdest stuff I've ever talked about.
Yeah, it's really not the weirdest stuff either of us have talked about.
On one of these streams.
In real time.
I mean, I'm playing a game where there are rats with little helicopter backpacks. Son?
Hi, buddy.
Do you...
Hi, come here.
Like, I will get down, I just thought...
Maybe. You were distracted. Okay, that's hilarious.
What is?
Pen. My ex had one testicle. I remember the fencing class where the instructor said, "Come at me like you've got a pair," and he said, "I don't. I only have one."
I mean... Well done. Well done, indeed.
Own it. Man.
Take way too many hits. Just go away. I don't like those things. They kind of creep me out.
That horse got no legs.
I'm not under the mountain anymore. This is not where I keep my dirt. Axis.
It's still floating around somewhere.
The cat hair?
Mm-hmm.
Son. Come here. No, come here. Come on. I can go through the wall. I know I can go through the wall.
That's cool. Amicable breakups are...
I mean, you know, finding out that you're, you know, ace, arrow, both, you know, it's one of those, it's not really anything you can control. It's not like I cheated on you, which is very much a different...
Yeah, that's a whole nother ballgame. I had... I had several breakups that weren't, like, totally amicable, but, like, we weren't at each other's throats either. I had one that was very amicable, and, like, I loved this boy. It was bananas, because I had only known him a few months, but, like, I genuinely loved him. And then I moved from Florida to Texas, and so that, what was it? However many mile gap was not good for a relationship heading into high school.
Yeah, I get that.
The freedom of travel wasn't really there.
Yeah.
And so we broke up, and then we, at the end of our senior years, we came out to each other as queer.
Also, queer. Penn, where in West Virginia were you at that point? Because, you know, that's my stomping ground. And we may have had this conversation before. I just have the memory span of a goldfish. You know, thanks, Ted Lasso. Which, it's actually been proven that fish do not have a crappy memory span. Like, they...
But, for the purposes of...
the inspirational...
Yeah, we'll just pretend. Who are we to let science get in our way?
Republicans? I do love little helicopter rats. Mostly because they're just hanging there and they're like, I have no control over my life. Morgantown, okay. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Oak Hill, Beckley, Bluefield. That was my jam.
I still don't know where in West Virginia my step-granddad was from. But, like, Betty would always make it out to be like, oh no, these are real hill people, and, you know, you don't and I was like, or you're a bitch.
I mean,
it's true, she was.
I will say, hill people can be some of the most welcoming, heartfelt people ever. They can also just, you know, be raging assholes. But, like,
just like everybody else.
Yeah. Like... Just look at him. He's just like, I have no control of my life. I just go where the helicopter takes me.
I mean, basically.
Lived there for 19 years. See, I only lived in West Virginia till I was 4. Was it 4? So I had kindergarten in both West Virginia and North Carolina. Because apparently West Virginia did kindergarten earlier than North Carolina did. So I had both kind of kindergarten classes. And then it was mostly first grade. I remember being in first grade here in Durham when we were in our house. I was in kindergarten here when we were living in Colonial.
Yep.
But because that's where all the family was, we were back there 2 or 3 times a year at that point. Like,
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to make it up in like 5 years. I really need to fix that shit.
Yeah, I've been trying to like recalculate my route as I drive to go see Cass. It's in a completely different space. Which also, my baby sister is turning 36 tomorrow. I feel like I need to get some sort of anti-aging something. But looking at it and then trying to see, okay, do I just start making like trips to see her being my trip to see everybody and just kind of like go around and come back? But one of the routes puts me going back through West Virginia like I used to do.
Grandparents lived there all my life, so we never went back for Christmas. Mom hated the snow, but she also has terrible arthritis, so.
Yeah. His mom wants to adopt me.
I screwed out of the achievements in Mini Kid Achievement. I did get 100% years ago on the Star Wars TCS. Well, I've been playing Fallout 4, and I picked up some of the stuff from the creator pack and most of the DLC. I'm only missing one piece of DLC. And one of the things that I purchased was you can get other Bethesda items. You can get the Dragonborn helmet and sword from Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
And so it's like the iron helmet and iron sword. Mm-hmm. And so I bought the DLC, and I go and I try to do the thing, and it's not there. And I look up online, and they're like, yeah, if you already have an existing game file, if you've already been to this place before, it may not spawn this quest marker. So you have to start a new game file. I'm like, I am not starting a new game file to get a sword and helmet, even though I fucking paid for it. At least not right now. I might do one later. But I'm just like, oh right, I'm playing a Bethesda game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, shit breaks quite often. I do kind of like King Knight. He is a little over the top.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very Viserys Targaryen. Especially after Khal Drogo pours the gold over his head.
I love that he also uses damaging confetti. The confetti will hurt you.
Man, if I could just like keep that in a personal like party pack to carry with me.
Pocket sand.
Exactly.
You know who keeps a little dirt under his pillow for the dirt man? Dale Gribble.
There's a conspiracy available that man will believe it. including the Dirt Man.
You know,
I want to know what Dale's reaction to Slender Man is.
I want to know what Dale's thoughts on Mothman would be.
I mean, especially since apparently he's a pest control dude.
Yeah.
In theory, anyway. It's either he deeply believes and it defers to it, or he deeply believes and it's his prime mission in life to kill it.
It is his white whale. Like, I have to say, like, Mothman is my favorite cryptid. Like, that's just, I gotta go with Mothman. And, you know, I'm still kind of mad at Amber that, you know, like, I believe in Mothman. We believe in Mothman in this house.
We believe in Mothman in this house. I should make a sign to put on the door like that.
The only problem is I feel like that would probably attract more listeners. Pardon me, do you have a moment to talk about Mothman and a new roof? We have Monopoly Plus on Xbox 360, Xbox One. So, for a little while, so if you had an Xbox 360 and you got the 3 months of free Xbox Live, you basically got Uno for free. And so, like, there was a time where just everyone had Uno if you had an Xbox 360. And then, I want to say for, like, a couple of months, they accidentally delisted the Xbox 360 version of Uno. And so, I remember for a period of time, there were Xbox 360s selling for hundreds of dollars because they had Uno pre-installed on the profile there. Which, you know, this isn't the first time. So, there was a game called PT it's a horror game. It was made by the people who did Silent Hill.
Okay.
It is a terrifying experience. Like,
Okay.
I have not played it, and I refuse to play it. Like, I'm not big into horror games anyway, but this is one of those that's like, no, it is unsettling. And it was supposed to be like the kickstart to either a new Silent Hill project or a new series, and it got dropped by the publisher. Just project abandoned. And so this demo of this game was the only thing available for it, and then they delisted it. And then you were seeing like PS3s on sale for literally $1,000 because they were the only ones that still had access to it. Because it was like, for a little while, as it was delisted, if you had it downloaded before, you could re-download it again. And then they removed that feature. So it's like, if you removed it from your PS3, it was just gone. Like, and
Wow.
That's one of those things that like really, really freaks people out. Like, I have a lot of friends who, you know, we collect games, obviously. But some of them do it for game preservation.
Oh, TV's Mr. Neil, hi!
Neil! Silent Hills, yes. Get arcade, you'll even be able to download it for free. They don't even charge people for it. The one Kojima was, yes. Love the achievements with Shovel Knight, Penny Pincher, don't spin cold throughout the entire game. Break every checkpoint. They have some fantastic achievements. But, yeah, it's one of those. I don't hate digital games. Like, I'm a fan of like the convenience that a lot of digital games offer. Mm-hmm. I would prefer a physical copy, just so that, you know, I have access to it in the future should some of those shenanigans happen again.
Physical media is
Forever. Buy Laserdisc.
Yeah, I I have a couple of downloaded games for the Switch, and I really wish I had physical copies. Maybe someday. It's not important enough for me to do anything about it right now. Just on the off chance that I come across it on sale or something.
Well, so I have a PS5. I don't have many games for it. One of the games that I'm like, oh, I should go ahead and get this game now that I have it, is Baldur's Gate 3. And I was waiting for a physical copy because they're like, oh, it's available physically in, Japan. They released a physical copy there. They have not released a physical copy here in the US yet. And they're like, oh yeah, we're probably not for a while. They keep delaying it. And so I'm like, well, there's a collector's version for like $120, something like that. And I'm like, I don't really need, I buy a lot of collector's editions. I bought the collector's edition of Unicorn Overlord simply because it had a card game that came with it.
That's fun.
I mean...
I don't even remember the entire context of the conversation anymore. I just remember Amber on the phone with you and me having the same reaction at the same time.
I would say I don't remember what we were discussing, but...
Unicorn Overlord. And something, you said phrasing was not a thing for you, apparently. And you said something that both Amber and I were like, what stuff? So.
I gotta ask her if she remembers that, because I certainly don't. Like, what was I talking about?
Because we were about to stream, and we were going to stream Unicorn Overlord and...
Butt stuff. Lego Lord of the Rings delisted console, but available on Steam. Deliberately pre-ordered physical copy of Shadow X Sonic Generations. So, okay, let me do this, because we can see this. I can go onto my Switch, and most of these games are physical, but you can sort just the downloads. So this is all the digital only stuff that I've got. And so some of these things, Another Crusade, Curse of the Moon 1 and 2, both of those, or all three of those, were given a physical release through limited run games, which is not bad, but they're not the best company to support at times, because there are some questionable business practices that they've been called out on. I think they've been trying to do better, but they still have a long way to go. Same with Celeste. Front Mission 1. There was a physical copy in Japan. Again, I could have imported it, and I just didn't.
We need to play Good Job again sometime.
We do. I introduced Amber's kids to it when we were at the beach. It was hilarious watching them play.
I bet.
The Grandia collection, I have the digital and I have a physical copy because a physical copy of it came out. Hyrule Warriors. This was a gift, I think, from Cirque. I think Cirque gave me this. I think it was Cirque. I haven't bought a physical copy of it because I have the Wii U version. So I'm like, I've got the physical copy there. I've got the digital copy here. Sure, go for it. But so many of these games have problems where it's there's a good chance if this gets delisted, you'll never see this again. I have...
Oh man, and West of Loathing.
So you know that the creator of the Loathing series is a terrible person.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, because I've wanted to play it, and there's also another one that's based off of Cthulhu in a film noir. It's another But yeah, it's awful. He's awful apparently.
Okay.
But one big one. So Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This game was original on PS3. It was digital only. There was a problem with the rights to it because it was done by Fox, I think, and so like Sony only had limited use of the rights. So when that contract expired, the game goes away. Period. And so this game also was a reason why people bought some secondhand PS3s for an exorbitant amount because the game was downloaded onto it. And there was concerns that this game would never come back out because no one could come to a rights agreement. And eventually they did. And that's great. Sometimes that happens and things can get sorted out. But so often they fucking don't. Like, I have here... I've had this sitting on my desk for a while. And I'm gonna bring this to the camera so that you can see this. This is a pack of BattleTech miniatures. I bought this simply for one figure, the Marauder. Because that's what I've named myself after.
Sorry, I needed to adjust my bra, and this isn't OnlyFans.
It's not. And, you know, if it were OnlyFans, it'd be okay, but YouTube frowns on that. But so, like, this version of the Marauder is what's called the Unseen. And I've talked about this before because this version is also in Macross, which is Robotech here in the US. And there were rights issues where they're like, we gave these rights out to too many people, and because we didn't know how international rights worked. And then it was like, okay, no, you can't have this image. And one of the companies that owned the rights, Harmony Gold, was just, they'd never made anything. They just owned the rights to Macross, and then they would just sue everyone who used anything from it, including the people who make MechWarrior and BattleTech. And like, eventually they came up with a new version of the Marauder and a couple of the other mechs that were blocked because of this. And then they took them to court. It's like, no, they're still too similar. It's like, you don't get to own a trademark on bipedal robots. Like, that's what they were trying to...
Wow.
And it got to the point to where a judge was like, you're overly litigious. We're not going to let you do this anymore. And eventually, I think last year, they lost the rights so that this could be reprinted. So this version of the Marauder is the Unseen version. And I'm like, I didn't know that they were making merchandise for it again. Because I have on my, and I've showed this before, I have on my wall a poster from the 80s of the actual Marauder mech from BattleTech, which was one of the last publications that they could do. And so I've got it framed on my wall.
Shithead Gold, yes.
Shithead Gold, Harmony Gold are copyrighted. Harmony Gold is awful. Did LRG do the CDR physical? I think so. I think they did. But like, no, I don't want to play Scott Pilgrim because it's not. I have the cartridge. It's not. It's not a thing. But it's one of those like I much prefer the physical version, just so these rights issues don't creep up and you lose access to games.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I get that, you know, digital copies are really easy to deal with.
Portable.
Yeah.
Light. What's kicking, chicken?
Welcome. We're discussing terrible companies like Harmony Gold.
Speaking of less than amicable breakups. Sorry.
I did not think I was gonna. Oh god, I don't want to do this. I don't know where I am. I can't see a gun in there.
And this is why I have nightlights, because I will freak out.
I do love that the skeleton's wearing the fancy headgear. Way more than standard skeletons.
Well, I mean, at least it's accurate.
I killed myself. It's been 40 years. Robotech has progressed a single baby step. Yeah, like that's like the Robotech and Macross franchise has made no progress because of Harmony Gold. And it's like, are you kidding? Do I have to go back here and do this? Or... No, I don't. Okay. Well, what got me was they wanted to sue the company that was working on a new MechWarrior game. There was one. It was Harebrained Schemes. They have a new. That's not new, but they had an RTS game. And they're like, oh, we're gonna add the Marauder, and they came up with a new design for it, and it's like, okay, cool. It's not the same, but I get where they're coming from with it. Like I see what they're trying to do, and I appreciate that they're trying to keep this, you know, memory alive. But, you know, the Harmony Gold's like, no, we're still going to sue you. And I'm like, you can just rot in the deepest circle of hell. Come here, Billy. You gotta... Alright, screw it. I was going to try to go down that hole. Or I have to go down that hole.
Lady.
Well, I can do this. And force my way. Ladies, I gotta go down the hole. You know. Pondering your orb, I see. Alright. One of these has a bomb, the other one has life-giving turkey.
That is exactly what Walls would say. Consistent view on large poultry.
A whole ass Costco chicken.
Yeah. Did you watch that video I sent you? It's like, you want a whole bit about a whole ass rotisserie chicken. Start at the beginning.
You know.
Because that was amazing, and now I kind of, if I'm ever put in that kind of situation, I want to like fake sleep flail.
There's a skull to the right. You got it. You've got to get ahead. I'll show myself out. Thank you, light. That was...
Skeleton still has sensitive shins, and like don't know how to change it because he's all wrong.
I mean,
or dudes. It's
I don't like this part.
Oh, good night, Pen. I hope you have a good night and get some rest and have a good weekend.
Yeah, we'll be back. Oh, I almost bit it there. I really don't like not being able to see. Thankfully, I was expecting to be dicked over at the last second there. It's like, hey, guess what? There's a hole there. Oh, no, quoting Echo One. Good night, everybody. Mwah. Good night, everybody.
Okay.
No, fingerprints.
I am functioning on about 3.5, 4 hours of sleep, so I apologize.
I'm just not functioning.
I managed to get the migraine under control long enough to actually finally do my dishes and a couple of loads of laundry. So that's something. Maybe put another layer of paint down to the side of makeup for a little bit.
Sorry, I'm just... Access just... Oh. I am
not peeing on stuff.
definitely failing this fight so bad. Alright, just kill me so I can try this again and not suck.
Why won't you just let me die?
Why won't you kill me? It's muffin time. It's shovel time.
It's dirt man time.
It's butt stuff. No, wait. Oh, no. I was hoping I was gonna...
Replace what is yellow there with just white, and it kind of looks like Vessel in the music video for Emma. In case anybody wants to.
Alright, that was a dick move. Summoning a skeleton on top of me. Hey, come on. Oh. Fine. Screw you. It's like...
Yes, we did. See the new ASDF movie?
Yes, we did.
It was an exciting moment in our general area.
It's like, there's a new one?
Yeah.
I gotta catch her again. Having dreams. Actually, you know, I'm kind of surprised that's not a tagline that they use. When a problem comes along, you must dig it. So, Amber and I were talking about that song, and the lyrics to that song are just weird. Mm-hmm. Before the cream sits out too long, you must whip it.
I mean, yes.
And I'm like, have you played the other games? I've played a little bit of Spectre Knight. I've played Plague Knight. I haven't played any of King Knight, but I liked Spectre Knight, but I felt like they were trying to cram a few too many mechanics in. Like the dash ability kind of got a little obnoxious after a little while. Like I get what they were aiming for, but like I feel like it was just a little too much. But I loved Plague Knight. Plague Knight was great. I'm gonna get 2 meals.
Hell yeah.
Give me some more life. Even more life.
Is it tasty? Did you dig it?
I did dig it. Alright, got that. Chester, what merchandise do you have? You've got a phase locket and a fishing rod. We're gonna buy both.
I'm rich, bitch.
I do love that he's just like, I had to use the restroom one day and I somehow set Whippet to repeat. Plenty of time to ponder the lyrics. But yeah, Whippet is just it's a thing. I haven't done enough drugs in my life for this to make sense.
Okay. It's Devo, though.
It is Devo.
And that means it's Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yeah.
So I really feel like I understand Stu Pickles even better.
I've lost all control of my life.
Lost all control of my life. Because he was listening to too much Devo.
I mean, it tracks. Already have the best item. Phase Locket. I do love the Amiibo Fairy and all of her just extremeness.
That is a lot.
Hey, you like side-scrolling levels? No.
Well, have a side scroll. Just for you. Made it special.
Like, side-scrolling levels were the bane of everyone's existence. I can't get... I got a fair bit of it. Like, no one liked that in Mario 3. They don't like it here.
Yeah. It's really unacceptable.
Ruin, what are you doing? I know that's you. We can go to the Troople Pond and speak to the Troople King. That is a thing. Someone at Yacht Club Games did a lot of drugs. He can fill my cup with magical ichor. And then they dance.
It's to distract you from what he's really doing to excrete the ichor.
I mean, he looks like he's awkwardly orgasming. Okay, come on, we can be done now. This is
Nope.
it just keeps going.
Look at all my little fishies just swimming around. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, there. Like, okay, yeah. I'll come back. Yeah.
Pretty minimal payoff. I don't know. Maybe it's really potent.
I mean, you never know the potency.
Axis! You're the one who walked away. You know where we are.
There you are. Hey!
Hi.
Did you forget where humans live?
Hi, kitty boy. Like, gonna just flop here on the carpet. Oh, no.
No. You want to come sit? Come sit. Come say hi. You say hi to the internet? Hi. 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 Mwah. He's like, no. No kisses. No kisses for you, father. Hi. Fish apple spit to soothe the soul.
Hi.
Hi, Rowan.
I did not know he was there until he tickled my shoulder. Hi. How are you? Do you also want attention? No, bitch, I want food. Too bad. You get attention. You gambled.
You chose
lost.
poorly.
Hey, but we're bonding. We're bonding.
I figure I'll get all the things that I missed the first time around.
What you doing, Baba?
Hi. Yeah, you licked my hand and distracted me, my son. Yes, I love you too. So much. You're such a lovey boy. I shouldn't have done that. No. I shouldn't have done that. Like, I need to get my last bag of gold. That's not what I want. Yeah, you were just so lovely. Hello, son.
I hear you over there purring.
But you can't prove a thing. I'm not purring. You prove nothing. I should be able to. Okay, there we go. I can get all of my money back.
Life is a lemon, and you want it in lemon.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine how much that fishing rod weighs.
I love you too, buddy.
Hello, son. Look at that face. Look at that face. What about that face? You got a handsome face? You want to say hi to the internet? That was exceptional.
He aimed that.
Yeah. He's like,
We'll
yes.
make you a recording star someday yet.
No, we won't. Don't be such a baby. Ribs grow back. No, they don't. I watched a video of an ER doctor reacting to Team Fortress 2's Meet the Medic.
Oh.
It's like, don't be such a baby. Ribs grow back. No, they don't. He's like, no, they don't. He's like, anyway, that's how I lost my medical license. It's like,
Yeah, I bet.
I told Amber she needed to go and share those with, her doctor.
I really do need someone to do another TF2 Thomas the Tank mashup, but with metal versions of both.
I found a goldfish. Get it?
You found a goldfish? No, a goldfish.
I'm gonna let you explode. Yeah, you keep wanting to explode in my face, ladies.
Dudes.
I feel like I probably should have gone up, but, I like to go down. That was awful.
So, I do the monthly playlist thing, and I definitely have Scene Queen's Pink Panther on there, which you should listen to after the stream. It makes me happy. It brings me joy.
It brings you joy. I don't like those things. They creep me out. Fuck. Have you ever played Dokapon Kingdom? I did a couple of live streams with Kulix way back in the day with Dokapon Kingdom. I kind of want to get there's a Switch version of it, and I'm like, I should do that. And oh god, that.
Just remember closing the track. It's just the neighbor closing the trash.
Well, it's more the, oh crap, that will take me off to the ceiling of death. There we go, that dealt with him. God damn it.
So I pulled some, because it's growing out of control, honestly, and it's better than the other things growing out of control in my backyard. My lemon balm just exploded. So I cut off some lemon balm and some sage, and I now have them hanging up, drying in my house. And it actually looks like a practitioner might actually live there. Like, a clue. I still really love that I managed to get. I have a travel altar, which is basically just my altar right now because I don't have like the actual one set up yet.
Son of a bitch.
And I managed to get the whole travel everything that I needed for Kentucky, including a bunch of spices that I knew that Cass wouldn't have, into my Star Trek lunchbox. I was very proud.
Don't like that guy. I hate that guy. Alright, let's not fuck up again. I mean, I...
Beautiful. I don't like you either.
Really?
It just did not go your way.
I mean, most of this doesn't go my way. There we go. I think well, I don't think I can get up there without that creature. I needed to jump on him, but...
Okay, that's the one that creeps me out the most. The other one I could just chalk up to being another biblically accurate angel.
What were we talking about the other day that was like a biblically accurate version of something? I want to say it was in, like, I think it was Colin that said it.
Oh, right. What were we talking about? I mean, I could just pull it up and look. I have the technology.
Oh god. The mini boss. That is...
Oh man, we've been messaging a lot lately.
Yeah, Colin's been kind of, you know, talkative.
Yeah. Don't ever speak to me or my start over.
Murdered Dr. Jekyll. What it feels like to chew 5 gum. You know, or my personal favorite lately, that's what it feels like to drive a new Ford F-150. Because I love the guy that does the redneck anime. It's like, the Redneck Demon Slayer is probably the best one. But I really think, I don't know if he's, I think he's done one for Full Metal Alchemist. It's like...
Oh, yeah, this is actually from, like, February.
Oh, Jesus Christ, was it? Yeah, it's the biblically accurate Superb Owl.
Yeah.
Which I think I may have posted that in the Discord.
Now, you posted it in the chat. Oh.
Stay thy fork, knight. I bring gifts from the Triple King.
The majestic Mantar, half man, half another man.
There was a post, I was like, can two centaurs mate or like if a centaur mates with a person, can you get like the recessive genes just, you know, to fully match up to where they give birth to a horse and a person?
I still like the one Zach Speaks Giant reading the, I think it's Tumblr post. It's like a startling D&D character be a horse that talks. Its parents were a centaur and a horse minotaur. their sister is fully human. They are fully horse, and they can talk. And he's like, just imagine, like, you're doing whatever, and like, or you're a guard, and somebody's knocking at the door, and it just opens, and you're looking at a horse, and while you're wondering why there's a horse there, it looks up and says, "Come on, whatever." It's like, I want to play that horse. Because D&D can't take it.
I was watching, and I sent you one of them. A guy who makes interesting NPCs.
Yeah.
And one of them was a guy who was like, he made Tim Allen's character from Home Improvement. Just a human artificer who cannot do anything right. And somehow just like
Same.
magically like lucks into everything. But it's because he's got an assistant who's actually super intelligent. But like, and he has a speech impediment, or he just kind of grunts every so often. And I'm like, it's things like that that really make me want to get back into doing tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
Because like, there are so many things that's like, this could be hilarious if, you know, given the opportunity.
I feel very fortunate. Wynn told me when we were at lunch the other day that I have a guaranteed invitation to whenever she starts running tabletop games again in person.
I was gonna say, I knew you were going to lunch, but like I was hoping that it went well, because.
Oh, it was so great. So Wynn told me that every time I managed to talk to her on Facebook, she's drunk. She's like, I don't even really drink that much. And somehow you always message me while I'm drunk. And so they had kind of forgotten that we had talked about lunch, and it turns out she had planned lunch with another non-binary person who they met through D&D at the library.
I'm pretty sure you posted the conversation that you had. It's like, if I had a nickel for every time I met an awesome non-binary person at library D&D, I'd have 2 nickels.
So I got
That's
to meet
not a
the
lot.
other one. But it's weird that it's happened twice. But yeah, so I got to meet them, and we had a nice lunch, just kind of talking about everything, and Wynn catching us up on all of the hubbub in her life, including the day before she got home from work and the air conditioner was out.
Yeah, I saw Sarah posted about that, and I'm like, oh no.
Their old HVAC people kind of closed up shop and went out of business during the pandemic, so they were having to try somebody else, and she was like, and the guy on the phone might be great, I don't know, but he sounds like a good old boy, and while I've dealt with a whole lot of good old boys, it's different.
Yeah.
And I was like,
same.
Yep, gotcha. But yeah, we had a really nice lunch. We managed to head out, and I actually got home just as the downpour started. So that was good.
Because I've been really meaning to get together with, like, I wanted to get together with Sarah before she left Atomic.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it up there. Like, I haven't seen Sarah in years. I'm like, I haven't seen Wynn in longer.
Yeah.
I'm like, they've been married for years.
Because I was telling Wynn, I was like, I'm pretty sure I met Sarah once at Atomic, but I didn't have a frame of reference for who this person was. And then when we all went to Conky. I was like, that's the first time I actually got to, like,
Yeah.
meet her and talk to her. But as far as I can tell, they are okay with hanging out in outdoor spaces. So if we wanted to try and, like, make something happen outside.
I might reach out to them and do that because, like, I would love to see both of them. Because it's been fucking ever.
And Win just looks so happy all the time. Like, just, like, genuinely happy.
That's fantastic.
And that makes me happy.
But yeah, like, because, like, and I still, so, I've mentioned Sarah, and she's one of the ones who killed me with stun damage. This is why I love tabletop gaming. Well, I mean, and that was the best part, because at that point, Chris was like, I don't have to kill, like, we can fudge it, like, because Chris was a fantastic DM. He's like, it was the story, like, that was what we were after. Actually, he was after the story. We were after the action. We wanted to have the harrowing action part. So either combat or stupid shit that we shouldn't have been doing. Which is why 2 of my cohorts were possessed and shooting me with overpowered stun guns. But there we are. But Chris was always a fantastic DM, and it was like, we can fudge it. I'm like, no, let's stick to I'll roll a new character. Because this will be fucking hilarious. And it is. And it is. That was over 20 years ago. That was before I was a freshman in high school. It was over 20, and that story has stuck with us. Anytime I see Chris or Sarah or when Justin, we will bring that. Like, the last time I saw Trevor, which was I went to dinner with Trevor and his wife at Carolina Ale House. That was just right at the beginning of the separation. And so, like, I'm out to dinner with him. And, like, one of the first things Trevor brings up is, at least it's not stun damage. And I'm just like, you son of a bitch.
Listen here, you little shit.
Which is funny because Trevor is at least 4 inches taller than me.
Those are the best.
Listen here, you little shit.
And that's what I do to you.
Yeah, it is what you do to me. Oh.
And Chris Cook, for that matter.
That's what I do. Listen here, you little shit. Chris is very much.
But then Chris decides that he wants to give me a back rub, and there's. That going on.
Yeah.
Me just trying to figure out how to react to life.
That's how I usually act around Chris. How to react to life. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. The stream's about over, where it's almost 9, so. But I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I had a blast, and I had to play this game simply for the Dirt Man. I've done this before, and I know it's not, breaking any new ground, but it's just, I had to do it for the joke. Like, I came up with it last night. I was going to bed, and I was scrolling through YouTube, and it was one of the Dirt Man shows. I'm like, I should live stream Shovel Knight. And then I'm like, as I'm thinking about it today, I'm like, that's hilarious. Like, is this joke as funny as I think it is? And so I messaged Justin, like, I have an idea for what to stream tonight, but it's really just for one joke. And I told Justin, and Justin's like, yes.
Yes. I was very surprised party to you about it, but you couldn't tell because it was over text.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week, same hat time, same hat channel, Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern till 9 o'clock. If I do have to cancel for whatever reason, like we were talking about maybe having to cancel tonight because there's a hurricane getting ready to hit us, and we're like, we don't know what the weather is going to be like. Tomorrow is supposed to be weird, but it was like we could get early bans of it tonight. We don't.
I mean, we've already gotten
some
very early bans.
So it's like, we don't know, but I'm like, if it's not bad, I'll go ahead and still stream. But like, if we do have to cancel the stream for whatever reason, post about it in the Discord. So go follow the Discord. I also post, I'm doing a lot better about posting memes in the Discord, so check that out.
I'm not, but that's the Jess you've come to expect.
And then I've got Unicorn Overlord going up throughout the week. So, check out that butt stuff. And
I will have stories from you about either 2 amazing concerts or 2 canceled concerts, depending on the weather. So that's what I got.
yeah. But so until then, take care of yourselves. Stay safe.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wear rubber.
No glove, no love. That is a statement I'm ending the stream.
Just put on that little raincoat.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. See, I got it that time. I got it.